Hello and welcome once again to IPL Fantasy Chit Chat, and today we are going to talk about match number 7, which is going to be Chennai Super Kings versus Delhi Capitals. First of all, let's take a look at Chennai Super Kings. Did not have the best outing first time in Sharjah against Rajasthan Royals. Their bowling was simply taken apart by Sanju Samson and the rest of the Rajasthan batting lineup, Jofra Archer as well. And of course, they had quite some difficulty in chasing that 200 plus total. So never looked like getting there. So what could be the possible changes? It's a very thin squad in the absence of Harbhajan Singh and Suresh Raina, missing a lot of heavyweight players and really struggling to put up a decent playing 11 together, which is very surprising for Chennai Super Kings. What could be the possible changes? Well, Ambati Raidu, if he's fit, he could come in and slot as the opener instead of Murli Vijay. Then Ruturaj could come in and get another opportunity and try and improve on his performance. A lot of responsibility on Shane Watson and Faf du Plessis. But even then, Chennai cannot really change the makeup of their batting lineup. It is the bowling that needs to change around a bit. Maybe they will change their overseas player combination. Josh Hazelwood coming in for Lungi Ngidi, who was taken for runs, and maybe it'll be time to bring in Imran Tahir or Mitchell Santner in place of Sam Curran, and of course changing the leg spin angle as well. Piyush Chawla out and bringing in Karn Sharma. So you can expect a few changes from MS Dhoni. He was not impressed with his team, and of course his own batting was not too impressive either. So a lot of changes needed for Chennai to impress in their next outing against Delhi Capitals. And talking about Delhi Capitals, they don't really need to change. I'm a very big professor for playing the consistent team, especially if you have had a win. So don't really see a need for change except the injury concern to Ravichandran Ashwin, and it could change the complexion of their bowling attack with Sandeep Lamichhane coming in as the spinner, and then you could have Mohit Sharma who could replace Anrik Nokia. So that is the only change in their complexion that I'm looking at. Alex Carey is also an option, but I don't see him coming in just yet with Shimron Hetmeyer and Marcus Stoinis in the middle order. So what could be the combined fantasy 11 for both sides? It's a tricky one because Chennai Super Kings hasn't really got batsmen in form or batsmen who are really hitting out. It could change in this game in Dubai against Delhi Capitals. It's just a matter of one innings really. But I think this game has to be a very fine balance between batting, bowling and the all-rounder department. Usually you can stack up your batsmen and then go lightweight on all-rounders and bowling, but in this game perhaps the bowlers will have a little more say. You can have Dhawan, Shaw, Shreyas Iyer and Rishabh Pant in terms of your top order batsmen, Shimron Hetmeyer and Faf du Plessis. You can go for one of them, but then you have to balance. If you have Hetmeyer, then you can go for Faf or Shane Watson, and if you take out Shimron Hetmeyer, then you can have Faf and Shane Watson both, and then just Marcus Stoinis in there, Ravindra Jadeja in there. So trying to balance. Delhi will be very heavyweight in terms of batting. Maybe Chennai can be heavyweight in terms of bowling because Delhi Capitals top order also did not perform well against Kings 11 Punjab in their super over win. So if Chennai bring in the changes, let's say they bring in Imran Tahir or they bring in Josh Hazelwood, these could be options in your bowling department. Kagiso Rabada was brilliant against Kings 11 Punjab, so he gets a spot. So it could be Imran Tahir, Josh Hazelwood, toss up between Deepak Chahar and Amit Mishra or Sandeep Lamichhane. So bowling heavy from Chennai side, batting heavy from Delhi Capital side, but it could all change. As always, fantasy is a bit of a lottery.